Let's go. Guys, I have overcome the Gormagala virus. I didn't get the actual virus. I got the vaccine. Less than 12 hours ago, I was like, ooh, like sweating, achy. My arm still hurts a little bit, but I'm feeling good. Did I cut my hair? No. No, I have curly hair. So every day is like a randomizer. My hair is randomized on a daily basis. That's it. This is just what it looks like today. You like it or you hate it, it is what it is. It's not up to me. I'll put it to you that way. It's not up to me. That's why you shave it. I don't mind it. I like it. Do I Flowbee my pits? No. I use my beard trimmer on my underarm hair maybe once a year? Maybe? When it gets to the point where I put my arm down and there's hair coming out, that's when I trim it. Otherwise, I don't spend a lot of time on underarm maintenance. I mean, I could Flowbee my own armpits if I needed to. Fume, hello. Good morning. Star 6 Crows, hello. Everyone in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully you are going to be eating good food with good people soon. Those of you eating good food without good people, hopefully it's not too much drama. I know what that's like. That can be bad. But it should be pretty quiet for me. And I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling real good. I got the booster shot Tuesday afternoon. Pretty anus yesterday. But I feel fine. I feel fine today. I woke up feeling great. Am I the weird kid at the dinner table? I will accept being called a weird kid, if only because it means I am also a fellow child like all of you. I know I look early 20s, but I am in my mid to late 20s. I understand. Can I have a little snack on screen for those of us not eating? I just ate. And I don't want to eat again before I go, because like you don't want to show up for a Thanksgiving party and be like full. You don't look early 20s? I don't look earlier than 20. I'm not going to accept that. So I was anused yesterday. Twitch was anused yesterday. In fact, actually, I don't think it was Twitch. I think it was Comcast. Comcast, you suck. I hate you. You're a terrible monopoly. And you make this country worse. However, I look early 30s. Not offended, actually. Thank you. I'll take that all day long. Comcast is an internet service provider in the United States. That sucks. So 4U was okay yesterday. I did fail 3 times on capturing a Gendrome. 3 times. However, the version of the emulator I was using had the fart engine cranked up. I spent over an hour last night reconfiguring the emulator, getting it set up with like the UI-less version. Let me just show you. Let me just show you what I see. All right, hold on. Check this out. Let's go. So this is what I see. So there are certain things that cannot be removed. So you've got the FPS counter up here. This cannot be removed. You have quick settings, which as far as I can tell, cannot be removed either. And then if you want to see like in-game options, you have to right-click the FPS. Isn't that weird? It's very strange. It's very strange. However, the performance is exceptional. It really is. Game looks good. Game runs good. Let's load up the character. So it has the same raw as the Teostra greatsword with some fire. Oh, and it has 20% more affinity. It actually has positive affinity. Pretty cool. So, check this out. This used to cause the fart engine to ramp up into high gear. I don't have my headphones on, but there's no, like, the fart engine is not running, right? Isn't that amazing? That's pretty good. And we still have our graphical enhancements up. Check this out. This is with it off, which I think it still looks really good. But then this is with it on. It just kind of pulls away. There's like a ass filter on everything. It just kind of brightens everything up. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. This is one of the most demanding sections of the game, this little area right here. So it is missing certain things. You cannot save your settings. Like, it don't, there's no, you can't save it. You gotta reset it up every time. What else? Yeah, I mean, that's probably the worst part. There's no touchscreen mapping. You've always wanted to play 4U. You should. All right, we are gonna get this done. First try. First try of the day. Oh, hold on. I should probably use like my actual armor set. Always wanted. Yeah, I mean, really, it's one of the best in the series. You know, I hesitate to be like it's the best game in the series, but it's one of the best. Can you get an emulator that emulates the emulator, then makes a save state to preserve your settings? Oh, like a virtual machine? Probably. Why do you have the splits in the top right corner? Oh. Ignore those. Ignore that. They are to remind me. They are to remind me where I am. You see nothing. I mean, it's not a speed run, but I would like to finish low rank before I leave. I mean, if you have a NASA PC, then you could just run, like, probably the latest Citra. And that's fine. Right? That's the thing, is, like, you know, if you have a powerful enough computer, you can just, like, you know, force your way through. For me, my computer's pretty good. It's just like the CPU just needs to be like a little bit faster. But like, I don't want to upgrade now. Like, I want to wait to upgrade once the next Ryzen and maybe even when the next NVIDIA cards are out. Because you know, and I know, the next Monster Hunter is going to be coming out, you know, 2023, 2024. And there's no sense in upgrading before then. It's not like I really play anything else that really demands the performance. Like, World is fine. What is this greatsword? It is a relic greatsword. So I'm thinking upgrading. You know, next Ryzen will probably hit next year. Like, they're probably going to be releasing a new CPU in time for Windows 11. How old are the NVIDIA GPUs at this point? They're like at least a year old, right? All right. No more text. No more text. How do relics upgrade? I think you use armor stones. We're going to see my streamer specs. I don't have a very good command for it. I have an 8th gen i7 and an RTX 2080 on my gaming PC. I have a stream PC that exists only to stream. And that actually has a 9th gen i7 and a 1660 Ti. And the 1660 Ti is great for the NV. Stop. Almost failed that. Your first time seeing the displayed ad? It is supposed to go on every 30 minutes. What am I making for Thanksgiving dinner? Nothing. I am not doing the cooking. I am bringing a charcuterie board. Meats and cheeses and crackers and stuff. That's it. That was very stressful. Lots of different types of cheeses, lots of different types of crackers. You're mostly an audio lurker. I'm assuming you get the day off. How the nanomachines? I feel great. Honestly. I literally feel like I've overcome the frenzy virus. That's how I feel right now. And now I'm like stronger as a result. So you'll have to do a manual upgrade to Windows 11. Outside of wanting to run Android apps natively, I don't know that there's any advantage to it at all. I don't know if there's any computer people out there that can explain why it might be better. I've seen Linus look at it, and he didn't seem to have a lot of nice things to say about it. It looked like it was more annoying than anything else. But the running of Android apps natively is... I mean, that seems like a cool feature. Tetsu started in 4, yeah. Talking about Windows 11 a little bit. Like, I'm not an expert on it. I've watched like maybe 1 or 2 videos on it. I think one of the more concerning things to me is it'll be a free upgrade to everybody, but like you're gonna need to have like an actual Microsoft account to sign in, which 100% means they're tracking every little bit of data about you that they can possibly get. Linus is bougie? Well, yes, but, I mean, in the context of that video, I trust him. This greatsword looks like your kitchen knife, or the Tetsukaba greatsword looked like your kitchen knife? So, I mean, I'll be staying on Windows 10 for the foreseeable future. No, you need it needs like a live sign-in periodically, Teppelin. Unless you buy Windows 11 Pro, which is probably going to be like $300 or $400. If you don't like Thanksgiving, I feel like Thanksgiving is a generally accepted holiday. Did I drink coffee today? Hell yeah, brother. I made the coffee today, actually. I got up before Jen. I was feeling great. Come to Brazil? I'd be happy to go to Brazil, but all my friends from Brazil are like, don't come to Brazil. So, like, make up your mind. It got a little crunchy there. It got a little crunchy. I'm Brazilian, you shouldn't come? I mean, there's a lot of... Ooh, no. There's a lot of, like, people from Brazil that are, like, huge Monster Hunter fans. So, like, it would actually be really fun to, like, have, like, a meetup there someday, but... If I was a little bit better, I could have gotten it. That's all my bad. People don't like the background story? I mean... The story you're told is, at the very least, people were, like... celebrating together. It was, like, maybe the one good moment in early colonial and native history that people are actually, like, hanging out together, having a good time. Oh, come on. I've seen the new gamer chair of Rathalos. That was like a month ago, right? I don't sit for my streams anymore, so... I don't really need a gamer chair. If you want to complain about Columbus Day, you can complain about Columbus Day. But I don't know that there's a lot of merit about complaining about Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's better to fight them, like, on the web or below the web. It's Indigenous People Day now. I mean, Christopher Columbus was not a good guy. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to... We don't got to get super into it. But it was... All right, here's the funny thing about Columbus Day. It was a day that was invented during FDR's term as, like, a attempt at creating a Italian-based holiday. And that's just kind of what they came up with. And they should have spent more time workshopping it. They should have just created an Italian-American Day. Or an FDR Day. I mean, Black Friday's a cool day. I love the sales that happen around this time. Mafia Day. I'm serious. You know, just they should have just called it what it is. Italian-American Celebration Day, if they wanted. Isn't Columbus Spanish, though, not Italian? Yeah. But wasn't he hired by Italy? I have no idea. I think he was hired by Italy. Look, I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just explaining it as I understand it. Can we have a Y2K bug day? Dude, everyone was like really doomer for Y2K. Like, people were really getting excited that we were going to have like Apocalypse. Isn't that funny? Like, the majority of people are just waiting for the sweet release of full-on Apocalypse on a regular basis. I show Smooth Donkey and Poogie. I eat both of them. Uh-oh. Oh, we should be fine, right? Not for you. Is this for you? This is absolutely for you. Not to be confused with Generations. Green Pal, you can save me. Green Pal is not saving me. It looks so crispy. It looks good, right? Good looking game. Let's try and get one more mount. Although, if I mount him on the web, right, isn't that going to be a problem? Wait till I hear the audio? The audio is much better today, Butts, than it was yesterday. Thank you very much. Kind of looks like GU. How dare you? Why does it say world? This is in the world of Monster Hunter. Is that a limb? Limb? Yes. Am I looking to 4U on Steam Deck? I don't know that. You know what? You could probably emulate 4U at 30 FPS on the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck I don't think is going to be powerful enough. Using something else other than just Citra. I am. How did you know? We are using VVCTRE, I think is what it's called. Version... Find what version it is. 50.1.1. Does Twitch give you some sort of analytics like in YouTube? You can look up the countries that watch your content. It's not as good as YouTube, but it does give me some analytics. Does RetroArch have a 3DS core? I don't know that it does yet. What's the problem with Generations? Is it that bad? It's just not the best version of Monster Hunter. Show us the non-existent UI. This is what I see. This is my viewpoint. I know I'm ruining the illusion. The FPS cannot be disabled. No, it's not Citra. I just said it's it's VVCTRE. So there was a branch of Citra made by Valentin. It was called the Valentin build. And it was good. It had a lot of features that made Monster Hunter run really, really well. Long before Citra incorporated those changes. And then eventually at one point he broke off and he decided he was going to make his own emulator. But the emulator's not perfect, and he has some very... I don't even know what to call it. Unique perspectives in terms of, like, what the user interface should be. Like, he almost expects you to know how to be able to code for some versions of the emulator. But the performance is really good. Like, it's really, really good. Like, usually when you go to look at the armor, it turns up a fart engine. And I can go show you the armor smithy now, and you'll see there is no fart engine. This is VVCTRE, Labwolf. Now, I get a lot of questions about this. Everyone's creaming their jorts over my setup. All the time I spent fixing it up was worth it. To be fair, Labwolf, I'm using custom textures, and I have a reshade filters on to make the game look better. So if I turn off the shaders, it looks a little bit crappier. I just have shaders to brighten everything up. It's not a huge difference, but I think it looks better. You just get more detail, you get more color. Because 4U is kind of like a drab-looking color shading. No, Teplin, it does not. Does not have remapping. I Minecrafted the game. I don't know what that means, but I will accept the praise. What I do have is really funny. Do I have it set up? I have Joy to Key running. So I have remapped my R3 button to a left click. So I just position it where my kick button was, and then I have it there. That is my solution. So I've got one button that's bound to the touchscreen. Well, you only really need the one button. If you think about it. It's not Giga J. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's not perfect. Ball Bizu. It could be much better. Kinda wanna crop this top row of pixels just a tiny bit more. The other big issue is I have stretched out the aspect ratio of the image. The top screen for the 3DS is technically 15:9, but I have it stretched to 16:9. It doesn't really distort things that much. The kitchen still does have the crazy blur when the cat is cooking. The Tetsukaba cutscene will still have the crazy blur when he, like, burps on you. Yeah, only Nintendo would do, like, 15:9. Is it possible to resize other screens individually? I think you could do a custom layout, yeah. Did I actually miss there? Oh my god. NA champion, by the way. Gora's B for the caravan? It might have something to do with the Caravaneer and, like, the stuff that he's got in his bag. So, Balbizu, the unfortunate thing is Valentin, for whatever reason, periodically starts up and shuts down his development on the emulator. Like, he actually had a Patreon up back in, like, August, and I wish I knew. I would have supported him on it. Like, I'm not even going to claim to know the story. I don't know any of the details, but the GitHub that had the emulator is now shut down. So, unfortunately, I mean, is it possible he'll come back and start working on it again someday? Absolutely. I wouldn't hold your breath, though. I'm actually trying to get in touch with him. Like, I want to find out, like, how much he needs. Oh, no. Oh, God. That's not my fault. Like, what would it take for him to program in touchscreen mapping support? You know, what would it take for him to re-examine the multiplayer netcode? Because apparently it can be a little buggy if you're playing on different regions and stuff like that. Like, I don't mean any disrespect to the main Citra team, but, you know, currently the performance just isn't there. Probably not going to need this ballista. I love how Gore is somehow summoning a storm. Oops. Well, I mean, and all I'm saying is, like, he doesn't have to do it as, like, a hobby. Like, people will definitely pay him. Like, I know he had a Patreon for a bit. Maybe there just weren't enough people supporting him on there. It's just a shame. So if anybody knows how to reach Valentin, please tell him. I don't know. Like, what is he going to care who the hell I am? Tell him I want to reach out to him. Angbada, hello?
Release the fish.
Everybody check out Angbada. Fire Canyon, you'd like him. Sticky Gunner Extraordinaire. Is that seriously a Raid Shadow Legends? That looks like a Raid Shadow Legends thing. What's this? We are emulating Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate? I don't have the checklist up now, but we are doing a project where we are killing every monster in every released Monster Hunter game. We've done Freedom Unite, Portable Third, 3 Ultimate, and now we're up to 4 Ultimate. And then after that, we have Generations Ultimate, World, and Rise. I mean, the thing is, Bobbies, it's like, it's not a project even in development anymore. Like, that's the annoying thing. And, like, he's deleted his GitHub. He's, deleted his Discord. He's deleted his Discord ID. Does that cover everything? I mean, it certainly covers every monster in the series. It doesn't really cover first-gen versions of the monster, but, like, okay. The oldest monster you played is GU? Well, GU is the game that came out after this one. So, I mean, could be worse. This is good, though. This one is arguably much better balanced than GU. Certainly there's a lot of people that have fond memories of it. Hardest thing is playing it. Frames are looking smooth, buttery solid. I mean, it's a challenge to emulate the game. Besides Insect Glaive, mounting is very powerful in this game, for sure. I mean, the Lab Wolf, I would argue that the Monster Hunter we know it did not start, honestly, until Freedom Unite. And that's mostly because Freedom and Freedom 2 have kind of messed up controls. Freedom Unite also introduces a cat, which just makes life so much easier when you're dealing with, like, the minions in the game. You know, it also gave us an easily accessible G rank. Gave us a lot of things. Now we're gonna grab, I think we need at least a couple Might Seeds. You better bring Cowardly Palico. It's a pretty long quest chain before you can hire him. But he is good, actually. He's a good Palico. I think he's fighter. He's fighter, and he's got like a lot of attack and a lot of other skills. Texas still a bomb cat. So the way your cats work in 4U is they change their typing based on who you have set up as the first stringers. Is the Cowardly Palico releasable? I don't know. Probably. Very lucky. You release him, but he goes back to Chico Sands. Does he like... Can you get him again if he goes to Chico Sands? 1 week for Endwalker. Congrats. I know people are getting very excited. You know what it's going to be like for me, though, Fog? Remember when everybody stopped streaming their normal games on Twitch, and everyone decided that they were going to start streaming New World? Like, I'm going to be there again. I'm going to be there. Clean it up. How'd the frames been today? Oh, they're much better today. To be fair, like, if I had a time chamber that I could crawl into every night and play a game, I would probably play New World. Like, I thought it had some interesting mechanics. I don't know if I would marry it. Like, I would marry, like, 14 or something. 14's a really fun game. But I would play it. Can I marry old school RuneScape? Well, I mean, that's kind of what New World is, right? I mean, it's a little bit like old school RuneScape. Not that I really have any experience in old school RuneScape, but... Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, Infernal Dawn. You know, I mean, God knows the Amazon game development studios did not... They didn't do a lot to really engender, like, a lasting player base. You know, sporadically wiping things, stuff like that. And mind you, like, you know, it should be easy to hold on to a player base because it's like buy to play forever. There's no monthly subs. My question is how can you support a game like that on a one-time purchase without monthly subs? I mean, I know your Amazon game studios, you have access to the Amazon web services. I don't know. I don't know what the in-game transactions are like. I'm sure there's a cash shop. Stop it. Fallout 76 launch? And like in Fallout 76, same thing. Like, is it an MMO or is it not an MMO? I just don't understand. Kind of is. One nice thing about this version of the emulator, though, is ZL and ZR work a lot more consistently. I had a lot of issues with ZL, ZR in normal Citra. This is for you, Sita. Yep. I mean, yeah, I mean, really 4U needed a Wii U re-release. The issue was, is I'm assuming 4U HD didn't sell very well. It's the only real explanation. I'm just letting him fart all over me? It's my favorite monkey monster. Kongolala is pretty up there. I mean, there's not too many of them, right? Kongolala. Rajang. I mean, really, all monkey monsters are pretty good. I like that, didn't I? I did, actually. 10 out of 10 would let monkey fart on me again. Am I winning? I'm doing alright. I broke his head. His comb. Whatever it is. So, I mean, I like Laganga, but I don't like him as much as I like Kongolala and Rajang. For whatever that's worth. I'm assuming he's running away. Seems like he's running away. Dude, Copper's fine. Copper's so interesting. Yeah, no, it's strange how Amatsu is, like, basically nowhere. Amatsu is in Portable Third, Frontier, and GU. You can't fight her any other way. What G-rank monsters would you say are a downgrade from their high-rank versions? Wow, what an interesting question. Kushala Daora? Too greedy. How long have I been playing this series? The first time I remember playing it was probably... It was either December of 2016, or sorry, December of 2006, or January of 2007. Since Freedom. I think I'd be better. I mean, yes. I'm a early 20s streamer, so it was 2016. I'm surprised he's not dead yet. Oh, I mean, he is almost dead. Really hoping that would be it. You know, and the crazy thing is I still love it. You know, you would think I'd be sick of it. You would think I'd be like, God damn it, I need to switch my game. But no. I don't feel any burnout from playing Monster Hunter at all. How's my Portable Third run? Very exciting. I learned a lot of things about 3rd gen dual blades. I do want to play Neo 2 again soon. That is, I do want to do a playthrough at some point of that game. Another playthrough. Who gave me a hard time in third? Well, we didn't fail, but I remember Tigrex being a lot harder than I remember him in third gen. Getting 8 levels of Amrita per enemy? Nice. I mean, did we get hard stuck on anything in Portable Third? We did end up doing the super Ignactor quest. There's like a triple Ignactor quest, and each Ignactor itself has like more life than a normal Ignactor in high rank. It was one of the jump quests. That was a challenge. I mean, as soon as you get bored of one weapon, you just switch weapons, right? There's one weird trick. Yeah, I mean, I guess the hardest part of Portable Third was I was trying to make elemental dual blades, and there's just a lot of grinding there. Portable Third's an ogre super buff. We actually ended up killing the Boldrome Invasion Zenogre. I think I'll have a wall in this game. I think Raging Bracky could be hard. I think Apex Tidal Nodurala could be hard. I don't know that I'm super afraid of anything else. I know I said I was going to make an attempt to do G-Rank Crimson Fatalis. We may have to go for Insect Glaive Crutch on that one. I don't know, it just depends. Might actually make a set with high-grade earplugs just to make the mounting easier on it. Sometimes you gotta do it. It just depends on how stuck we are. I mean, we're not gonna go to it immediately, but if I spend a stream trying to kill, you know, Crimson Fatalis and I can't do it, like, something's gotta give eventually, you know? There's Wycoon. My Kinsect guide ready? Figure it out. I don't know if you want the double up buff or the triple up buff. I know they're both okay. Triple up is nice because you get earplugs. They're just low rank earplugs though, right? Yeah, I mean, I just don't know that I have a lot of experience with G rank Crimson. I know I'm not going to have any issues with Village Crimson, but I don't know that I've ever fought proper G rank Crimson in this game before, to be honest with you. I just don't remember it. I think Aiden is a good character. Can't be too different? I don't know. Some people make it sound like it's a completely different monster. I'm skeptical of that. No, I might just cancel the honey and just start the mite seeds right now. Yes, I mean, if he's got a couple different moves, I mean, it'll be interesting to try him out and learn him. I know, like, in particular, like, I'm going to have to spend some time looking up and relearning Dalamadur. Because he's, like, such a puzzle fight. And then I don't know that I've ever fought Shah Dalamadur. And, like, same deal. I'm assuming Greatsword would be really good on him, though. Well, Insect Glaive against Dalamadur seems like it would be annoying. Like, getting extracts is going to be a pain in the ass. That's the same thing with Darren Moran. It's like, you know, like, sometimes you're like, where do I get red? It's cases like that where if you've got, like, you know, Greatsword, it just feels a lot better. But it's like, I know you, like, you damage him, you climb him, you attack his back, you attack his head, you attack his claws. Like I said, it's just been a while. I just need to refresh myself with the fight. Her Charge Blade was good on Dalamadur. I mean, X mode was fine. You know, it did good damage, so. It certainly had a lot of combos that did great damage but locked you in place for a while. And something like that is okay on a monster that's relatively immobile. Getting a lot of healing Pelicos. Kind of want to mine. Start getting talismans here, right? I don't really know what I'm looking for in terms of bugs from there. Oh, so it gets a lot harder in G rank? I see. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done the fight. Oh. Yeah, I remember when I was going into overtime with streaming Condor. I felt like I was getting brain damage. Is a normal Dalamadur in G rank? Oh, is it an event quest? What sort of rewards does he give? Oh, parts for the final upgrades on the Dalamadur? Oh, so do you need to fight normal G-rank Dalamadur to get the final upgrades? It's interesting. I mean, I kind of like that. It was a way in the old games for them to periodically keep the game going without necessarily releasing brand new monsters. Although, to a slightly different extent, I guess they were kind of new monsters. Regular Shah and then G-rank. Still not really a monster I would want to grind. Feels like it's a lot of effort. Well, see, GOG I actually like fighting. What do you prefer after Rise? A new game more like Rise or more like World? I mean, I like World and Rise both pretty equally, but I guess I'd have to give World a plus in terms of like the environments being a lot more detailed. And I mean, and that's definitely where they're going with the next game. I mean, it's going to be even more jam-packed with stuff than even World was. What was the best longsword in Rise? I mean, it's probably either Rampage, Tigrex, or Narga, depending on maybe what your talisman is. Those are probably all within a few points of effective raw. Oh, Chameleos. Yeah, I forgot about Chameleos. Yeah, it's Chameleos. Forgot they just gave him a good... They just like went super hard on giving him one of the best weapons in the game. It's a shame that the special ability in the Chameleos longsword wasn't better, the essence stealing one. Yeah, I mean, Silkbind boost on Tigrex is really good for the Helmbreaker if you can get it off enough. I mean, you're not going to go wrong either way. I mean, it's a longsword. Oh, we got the hit off. That's all that really matters. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really disappointed about Rise in any way. Like, it's obvious that they got affected a little bit by pandemic, and that they're definitely trying to make amends with both some event quests now, but mostly whatever we're gonna get in Sunbreak. It is what it is. You know, they experimented with some stuff. It didn't all work out perfectly. Dude, 1.0 Rise was amazing. That was obviously a mistake. They should not have done that. It may have put a lot of people off the game, though, and in that regard, I could say that was a mistake. You don't know what to do in Rise? Light bowgun spam Narwa and jam things into the melding pot. I mean, Rise gave us the best Kushala Daora I think we've ever seen. Like, it's actually a fun fight. I'm just giving him a second to move. We kind of kicked his ass, huh? They made Tia worse? I think he's interesting. I don't know that they made him worse. I mean, it's hard to beat World Tia because of how good he was. Yeah, I think at this point there's a lot of people that are just pumped up about Rise or Sunbreak on PC or Rise on PC, and I think that's fair. I think mods are going to do a lot to freshen up the game. Kind of kicked his ass. Feels like we kicked his ass. I'm really excited too, Kinezes. That's an excellent point. I mean, it's always interesting to see what direction the director wants to take it. All I know is this guy made Demo Magnamalo, and for that, like, I will forever be optimistic. The guy knows how to make fun fights. EX Apexes? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely... You know, even though it would appear from the outset that Rise modding was going to be a bit harder than World modding, you'll definitely be able to do some stuff. Hello? Hope I get Great Jaggy and Sunbreak. If they put him in, he would be the toughest Great Jaggy ever. It's actually pretty good. Charles! Is that you, Shroudsy? Yeah, I mean, so many people have gotten invested into world modding that at the very least, you know, the concepts and stuff are there. I mean, the RE engine is not as friendly to mod as the MT framework. But, you know, it's not brand new, but there just hasn't been as much time spent on documentation and such. Should be enough. What's our attack? 13? We need 2. Just gonna upgrade everything. Lady Demescu Rise? That'll be funny to see what sort of twin mods we get. Alright, we got some new cats. It's gonna be a while, I think, before we can get a bomber cat. But it might be nice to add more attack cats, I guess. I don't really know. We did get a bunch of healing cats, which healing cats feel kind of lame. Oh, I promise you Ole will get an Ole Greatsword. Absolutely. But do I have to hire them separately? Lady Demescu over Gossarog. That would work. Gives piercing boomerang. If we did this. Shock trap? That's pretty good, right? I really don't. I have faith that the modders will be able to crack some of the code to be able to get functional changes. It at least feels like there's enough people invested. probably keep stocking up on. And so if they're already doing demo mods, like it won't be long before the main game gets some mods. You just hope that they release the tools and they release good documentation for the people that are good at it. It just makes it a lot easier. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff that Albino Donkey's doing that is only really easily done because people actually spend time to actually release tools and document it. Thanksgiving's a pretty big deal in Kokona Land. It's definitely one of the biggest holidays. It's close to Christmas. Some people might actually travel more for Thanksgiving than they do for Christmas, honestly. Outside of that, I don't think there's any other holidays that actually, like, draw as many people together. It really strains our highway system. There's generally a massive Kakuna septic crisis post-Thanksgiving. Oh, people have been playing Mariah Carey music since, like, November 1st, dude. You like the persona form from me with highways? Don't spend money on highways. So what do you think, guys? Should I stick with this Relic Greatsword, or should I try and make the Gore Magala Greatsword? I feel like if we upgrade this Greatsword, it might be fine. It goes up to 674 with 2 green. What is the Gore Magala Greatsword hit? Is it like in the 700s? I'm gonna go for it. It's very annoying to get a mount with Najarala. That sounds Schottenschaltz? Sounds right. There we go. 576 green, 25%. That sounds worse than what I currently have. I'll just hold on to my current weapon. I mean, it's not, I mean, the amount of green sharpness this greatsword has isn't great, but it's definitely manageable. That was optimistic. Probably shouldn't be fighting him in the poison pit, should I? Tigrex greatsword? I just don't think it's worth it. Oops. I was trying to check. This is already at 624, and this goes up to 676. By the way, Displate Black Friday sale. The 42% off. Cover your stained walls in your hentai room. with high quality metal disc plates. My disc plates are in my basement. I think we got really lucky, guys, with this relic. Where are your legs? Stop it. Stop biting me. Are you ripped like jacked? I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I haven't been super consistent because I got sick and then I just got a vaccine, but I work out. I eat protein. I'm not gonna like start like flexing on stream. I mean, unless you ask. It's definitely more of a ripped dad bod. I'm not shredded. You know, my body fat is probably around 20%. It's definitely not. It's not summer ready. My metabolic age, 27. But don't listen to that app, it lies.
Reveal your rectum! Let us see that butthole!
I mean, I enjoy weightlifting because it's like grinding in an RPG in real life. Like, I know that's probably like the lamest possible thing you could do, but it works for me. It's one way to look at it. Where'd you go? You're not. He did not go to Area 8. I did not do that much damage to him. Like the 1 billion channel point reward to show hole. To spam the X button like in GTA when I weightlift. I wish it were that easy. Oh! You walked right into it! Texas. Yes. I know he's messed up now. Do you think he can go straight to 8? He might be able to go straight to 8. Sometimes the monsters will just like Naruto teleport or Goku teleport across the map. want to go for? The head, I guess. Are there any good Najarala weapons? Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I think the Insect Glaive is pretty good early on, right? I think some of the armor is okay as well. Does it get, like, Constitution or something like that? Marathon, I think it's got some sort of stamina-related skill. Bunch of gore fights coming up. Bunch of them. Is Miguel making an appearance this time? I guess we should probably get a Miguel at some point, shouldn't we? I kind of want to make him a bomber cat, though. Well, that was a lot of food upgrades. That's pretty great. It's funny, I've passed your progress in every old Monster Hunter games with a fraction of the time. Well, I mean, I'm just going in with a plan, right? An objective. A goal. It's a cat. That should be gore in the woods. G1 or G2 with high rank who can those gear. Should be fine. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Have a good holiday if you're in the US. Yeah, I mean, most games give you the ability to upgrade your armor. I mean, it all depends, right? I mean, if you never get hit, your armor doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. Maybe I do sound like an asshole. But usually there's a reasonable armor to upgrade at least by G2. A lot of games will have like Sienitar armor or something. It also depends if you're Blade Master or ranged. Like, you know, if you're using a bow gun, like, it doesn't really matter. You can get Star Knight in G2, and G2 is Star Knight is pretty good armor. Bring you along. I did not keep any of the unique mushrooms. You've been abandoned in the field. Hone Blade in Guard 2 is pretty decent no matter what game you're in. If you can get Razor Sharp or Speed Sharpen, that's really good. Plenty of first aid meds. You're with your people. Lots of unique money. I mean, Attack Up Extra Large is a great skill even through high rank. I mean, obviously it could definitely have more than that in high rank, but... And certainly by G rank, Attack Up Extra Large starts to lose a lot of its luster. I don't know that you would really ever need Guard 2 on a Charge Blade. Guard 1 would be great. But assuming you're landing guard points, I would assume Guard 1 would always be enough. Luck. I just don't know. I mean, how many... Somebody out there has probably played a lot more Charge Blade than I have, but like... How many monsters really need Guard 2 with Charge Blade? Head didn't even get me there. Wow. I didn't know he had a hit zone that bad. You'd bounce with yellow. Shoot. I don't want to die here. Oh yeah, I mean, definitely gonna go for the Sregios Greatsword. It's crazy how good it is for when you're able to make it. I mean, that's generally, you know, the flagship blessing. I'm sure the Sregios dual blades are okay for a raw option, but yeah, raw dual blades are a little sad. All right. Took care of the Velociprey. For progression, yeah, raw dual blades are okay. It just depends on what pace you want to take, though. Like, if you're okay with a slower pace, it is very satisfying making elemental dual blades. Yeah, Element is great. I'm actually really happy that I got Element on this greatsword. It's kind of silly how happy it makes me. Oh, no, honestly, Fire's a good choice. If you're going to get any sort of like bonus element on Greatsword, I mean, outside of, I guess, maybe Dragon, I think Fire's the way to go. Gore is weak to it. Shigar is weak to it. Zamtrios is weak to it. I guess Seregios doesn't take any fire, or not much at least. Gotta get the 1 extra fire damage. I mean, I'm pretty sure Element gets charge scaling in this game, right? Do you like how his boys, the Kongalala, show up at the same time? $3x on strong charge? It's pretty good. Okay, so the only complaint I have about Gore Magala is I absolutely hate his aerial moveset. It is not okay. Moth mode is just the worst. What were they thinking? Nine months pregnant with my not paying child support, so don't even ask. There's the moth mode. Well, that's just it. He doesn't do too much in the air. So, like, what's the point? If Gore came back for Sunbreak, they could revamp it. Stop trying to think that Gore is going to happen. It should happen. You don't deserve it. He always flows. I just don't like his moveset. I finished that with a kick, by the way. Point is, the game is made for Insect Glade. I mean, you said it. You are correct. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting up to Gravios soon. I think Gravios gives us those green the advanced armor spheres or armor sphere plus. Then we can upgrade the greatsword. And I think that's it. was playing around with Sword and Shield a little bit during testing, and it feels a little bit more awkward in 4U than I remember it. Maybe it just takes like practice to get the positioning right, but it just feels like the range is kind of so low. It could just be me being bad. Is that what it is, Nefudis? Craziest dunk we've seen. For me, it's always fun when you dunk a monster that's jumping through the air, yeah. This is a good-looking cutscene. Not a good-looking cutscene, thank you. Oh, was he doing his big jump attack, Fog? Didn't do like a big jump in the air. VIP, please. Very close to it. Oh, wow. They went right into that. You got a hit on the head there. I did see that. And you know what? I'm not taking any credit, but I did tell Jono that we didn't like the changes. Well, I'm assuming lots of people on Twitter made it known. Yeah, they reverted Rage Slash. They actually said it was a bug that made it function the way that it did. I really should try to get a mount here. It's so much easier with a mount. That's a shame. This looks so crisp. You look crisp. Guess I gotta use a roll berries. No. One more jump attack will get it. We kind of glitched out on the last one. This Capcom hates me. I don't think Capcom hates me. Oh, come on. For you port? Look, I'm not going to put words in Capcom's mouth, but they basically... The official line is very close to port the game yourself. That's my interpretation. How am I doing? I'm doing excellent. I didn't realize how powerful this relic was until we started comparing it to the Gormagala Greatsword. We got really lucky when we got it. All right, if you're flying, I will do aerial attacks on you. This is not going to reach. I hate spamming mounts, but I gotta get the hits in when I can get them. How did I not get hit by that dragon attack there? Susie B, thank you. Both for protecting babies and subscribing. Isn't the Dalmador you fight in 4U a baby Dalmador? I mean, he definitely gets much bigger, but... The positioning of the step down, actually, I think worked out really well. Can I be your baby Dalmador? What would you do with me? Oh, you know what I watched today, guys? I watched a video on some guy in Japan, and he's got like 2 pet otters, and he gave them a seafood buffet. Oh man, they enjoyed that seafood. The otter was freaking out so much with all the food. He like He didn't even eat for like a couple minutes because he couldn't figure out what he wanted to eat. It was very exciting. It was the otter's birthday. Yeah, Hana and Kotaro. I love them. Jen was all like, you know, the otters should be in nature. I'm like, there's no way. If you gave those otters a choice to be getting seafood buffets versus having to, like, live in a cold river, and those otters are getting treated pretty well. That's all I'm going to say. Not poach the otters. How dare you? People don't even wear otter coats. They've got like little hands. The hands are really cute. I have little hands too. I mean, they're not beefy. They're not like large hands. This is we're making okay time. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty good. I would gladly become an otter in real life. So I know that the Gravios hunt is going to be extremely degenerate. So just like get ready for like maximum mount spam. It's going to happen. But it's pretty much the only way to do that hunt. Use Charge Blade for Gravios. Nope. I will not. Ever heard or fought Gog Mazios? Yep. I've soloed him a couple times. I know I have a hammer playthrough. I know I have a sword and shield playthrough. I don't know if I have any other playthroughs. Surely I do. I just don't remember what weapon I was using. Yeah, Gog Mazios is really, really cool. It's one of the best large monsters in the series. Xeno'jiiva is, like, also really cool, but I don't think he's as good as Gog Mazios. Pierce would be amazing. I don't know. I don't know what his shot hit zones are. We gotta go to Hearth. At work doing support chats, and I know I'm going to get anything. Not going to get anything. You figure it would be cheaper for them not to have you at work. Yeah, kind of a dick move to pull somebody in for Thanksgiving when you don't really need to be there. One more. Is it just like 10 more raw? It's not much of an upgrade, is it? Time and a half, you'll be all right. I mean, money's not everything. I mean, some people would rather spend time with their family. I mean, in some cases, you don't. Some people are also salaried. That doesn't do them a lot of good. Happy American Thanksgiving. Thank you. Dude, the sales theme is probably the best track in 4U. Can I get pyro from anything? I don't think I can get it consistently until we have drinks. All right. Omega Degenerate time. How's the new Pokemon? I mean, it's the same as the old Pokemon, but easier. You know, you've got full team EXP share and affection gain. And then I guess they make it a little bit harder to grind out up to level 100 with your Pokemon now. It's a little bit rougher there. And if you like Pokemon, it's a new shiny Pokemon game to play on the Switch. Just can't really complain about that. I've seen some discussion of the glitches, and I guess interesting is a word for that. Seems all like people do on Twitch with Pokemon is Nuzlocke or shiny hunting. Yeah, I mean, and Nuzlocke are interesting, but apparently, like, even a Nuzlocke will be difficult to make too much of a challenge. And I don't think you could turn off XP share either, so, I mean, that's a situation. You know, it's just like, it's just weird because it would be such a simple thing to do. Like, you could even bury it in the options for people to go in and switch off XP share. The game wasn't built with XP share in mind, or was built? I'm assuming you mean wasn't built with XP share in mind. Gold and silver because of babies? I have no idea. I don't know any. I don't really know anything about it. I'm just parroting things that I've seen. Or I think we're talking about built-in EXP share. I think that's the hardest one. The basic calculator app in the game doesn't work. It can't give non-whole number solutions. Oh, it can't give you decimals? That's funny. You know, there's enough people that will buy the game and enjoy it no matter what. It's just a shame that they don't add some options that the more, I guess you would say, enthusiast crowd would really appreciate. Like disabling XP share, disabling like the super affection buffs. You know, even that I think could go a very long way with challenge run crowds and stuff like that, Nuzlocke people. Which doesn't mean it's a big deal. I mean, you know, maybe Nintendo doesn't factor in it at all, but, you know, Twitch streamers playing your game, I mean, it's free marketing. I'm not saying they should really dramatically change the game or cater in any specific way. I'm just saying create a toggle for XP share. Will Monster end up like Pokemon? We've got so many good old games that it feels like it'll never get there. I'm not particularly worried about the future of Monster Hunter at all. They consistently have way more hits than they do misses. They're also fairly responsive to fans. You know, you're not always going to get everything you want, but you usually get something pretty reasonable. Wow, that one. I guess I should get him with some bombs, right? Oh wow, that hitbox went back pretty far. It'd be nice if he went down this ledge like one step. Oh, yeah, the black Gravios shooting out laser beams that like home in on you. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know if I hit the chest or if I hit the wing. Oh, Infernal Dawn, my wife Jen, she loves shrimp chips. Yeah, it's weird how like seafood flavored stuff like that some people just love. The wing is a lower hit zone. You know, I think it used to be a good hit zone in like Monster Hunter 1 or Freedom. But I think that the wings are pretty bad hit zones in this game. I mean, until you break the chest, I mean, everything is a pretty bad hit zone. Your friend loves them and eats them even though she's allergic? Talk about like a forbidden love. It's worth the asphyxiation. Oh my god. That sounds a little bit like Jen. She does love chips that much. Dude, if your Asian grocery near you has a bakery, you gotta check that out, man. Those pastries are very good. Alright, now to his chest. See him do his little pathetic wiggle on the ground. I mistimed it. Oops. Are you quitting, Moth? I thought you got dicked over by your employer. God damn it. They're saying goodbyes if they'd see you next Monday. We should tell them. Tell them it's your last day. Oh, I guess your last day is over. It didn't really seem to me like you were fired so much as you were let go. I mean, you didn't do anything bad. It's not like you walked up into the manager's desk and took a huge dump on it. Have any obligation to tell them? That's a very... You're saying you're sad that your coworkers didn't know it was your last day, and now you're saying it's not your obligation to tell them. I mean, what do you want? Can't have it all. It's gonna wait a second. I mean, I agree it's none of their business, but if you don't want to tell them, like, what do you think's gonna happen? You never said you're sad about it? You had a Pepe W face in your message. It implied you were sad. I'm surprised his leg isn't broken. I kind of hit it pretty hard. Well, you'd only been at that employer for like, what, like a month or two? Riots! 2 years! Thank you. So you're having a good holiday today? You are in the U.S. No, 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 no! I'm not gonna fail baby Gravios on the ground. How many times are you gonna mount the thing? I told you before the hunt it was gonna be a very shameful hunt. I think I kept up my end of the bargain in terms of it being shameful, too. Yeah, he just doesn't... He's very much designed to be mounted to death. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess he takes okay dragon damage. I mean, obviously he takes 0 or close to 0 fire damage. Certain weapons have an easier time with him. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly how shot damage would scale to him at this point in the game, but true damage isn't a bad way to get the chest broken at the very least. I know people talk a lot of trash about Gunlance in 4U, but it can't be that bad. Pangumzilla, hello. Good morning. I didn't get any armor spheres there. That's kind of annoying. I want to upgrade my weapon. Can I exchange for those? Like, I'd gladly spend some points to get one more armor sphere plus to upgrade the weapon. I mean, I can't imagine there's a fight in the game that you couldn't beat with Gunlance. I refuse to Gunlance because of Gogmazios. I have no idea what you're talking about. No. Give me a thing. Talk to this guy. I need a thing. I'm so pissed. I feel specifically targeted by the one Gormagala quest that only gave me 2 spheres. So we have Virus Monkey, Zinogre, Rathalos, Tigrex, Shigaru. 5 hunts left. I love this little scene of them just like floating past like some hunters out on an expedition. That's a lot of fun. I think 4U did more for establishing the world and lore of Monster Hunter better than almost any other game. And it's almost entirely just through a bunch of these little CGI cutscenes. And it was a lot of work. I'm sure it was a lot of work to make all the villages. I mean, these are all unique little villages, too. Pale extract and light crystal. We'll do that when we get to high rank. I mean, for better or for worse, MHK, Monster Hunter World did so well that you can just more or less assume from now on the game design is going to be how do we do Monster Hunter World bigger and better. Let's take those design mechanics and incorporate it into everything that we do. They made like $1 billion. Yeah, it's just the way it's going to be. I don't think it's that you can't stand World and Iceborne dialogue. You're probably just not a fan of the sheer quantity of dialogue that we get from the handler, and that's fine. You're not alone. She's an acquired taste. You want skippable cutscenes? Well, they're already doing that. So you're fine there. Where's like comic books? Seamless open world? I don't think a seamless open world would make the game much better, but my assumption is that Monster Hunter World 2 is going to have a design that's going to be based around immediately hopping from area to area with basically no loading times. Not that there's going to be an open world necessarily, but if there was going to be a game that was have it, it would be the first one. I just don't see how open world would necessarily make it a better game. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think without, you know, a handler to dump exposition, there was a lot in Rise that felt like they just assumed you'd just be happy just fighting the monster. Like, as much as people hate the handler, like, those cutscenes at least padded out the story and stuff. Now, you may not like bioenergy, and God knows I don't, but it was at least something for them to talk about. Same thing with, like, talking about preserving the ecosystem and murdering, like, you know, thousands of monsters. Like, maybe fell a little flat, but there was a concept there that could have been expanded upon greatly. The Rise monster cutscenes are fun. I mean, I think 4U probably does things the best because these are the hunters interacting directly with the monsters. And in some cases, like right here, monsters interacting with other monsters. You know, in terms of direction, I don't think you do better than 4U. I think 4U did it the best. I mean, this is just cool. I mean, this is, you know, this feels like a Congalala, like a really messed up Congalala that now I have to fight. That's just neat. Wow. Good job. You did it. Do you ignore tremors when you're climbing? Is this Roger? No. 4U is made for you. That's very cute. Congalala is not poisoned. He is suffering from the frenzy virus. Oh. Whoa! That poor Conga! God, that was like violent. How hard he must have gotten hit there. A funny area to fight him in. Greatsword without true charge slash feels wrong. Oh no. No, I don't really like true charge slash. This is like the perfect greatsword in my opinion. In terms of being powerful yet balanced? I don't know if it's balanced because it's like so powerful within the context of 4U, but it's the most fun to play because you have the most options. As soon as you introduce true charge slash, it's like, how am I going to get another true charge slash out? 2,000 damage? Well, you know, just get rid of damage numbers. Don't get me wrong, I still like World Greatsword and everything. It's just, I don't know. I feel like this is perfect. Oh no! Wow. Literally filtered by a monkey. He'll do that. When he's enraged, he'll just do the instant charge. Get aped? Rage Slash, though. I mean, I can get behind Rage Slash any day of the week. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. That's not good. Does he just go right back to 2? I feel like he goes right back to 2. Still a pretty fast hunt, actually, all things considered. Oh, the Greatsword is doing amazing work. And, like, we haven't even upgraded it. I'm really hoping he's going to give us our Armor Sphere. It'll get 10 more raw. Probably one hit. Hey, got the sub quest too. You like the mount bar? I guess I like that system better than the world mounting system, because the world mounting system, like, you really gotta screw up to fail the mounting. Whereas this mounting system, like, yeah, it's a dumb mini game that you gotta keep doing every single time, but at least you have to pay attention. Kaiser, hello, happy Thanksgiving. Generations mounting? I mean, it's the same as 4U, isn't it? There's no difference between the two, are there? Give me an armor sphere. Give me an armor sphere, damn it. I need the green armor spheres. Can I give them all the AKs? Yes. Is it possible to fail world mounting? I think Fatalis is pretty hard to mount. But if mounting was a quick time event, I don't think that's helping anything. I don't know. Honestly, I prefer the Wyvern riding system. Just get rid of the weird minigame. You can mount Fatalis. It's not easy. But yeah, if you mount his head or his chest, you could eventually proc him out. Best part about the 4U cutscenes is, like, they're long enough to show you a story and look good, but, like, literally none of them overstay their welcome. You ate our Thanksgiving food for breakfast? Like, you made a turkey in the morning? What? Well, in Monster Hunter 4, before 4U, mounting was even harder. It's ridiculous. Does she do the relic polishing? Do I gotta go back to Hearth to do that? Why is it harder 4 and 4U? They could be flinched even easier. It was like one hit and you would knock them off. It was really bad. I mean, I have a loopy Japanese 3DS. Probably by the time I would upgrade this again, we should just have it. We should probably just get a better greatsword. So, alright. Somebody who might have Kiriniko open. At what point can we find greatswords with either blue sharpness at 676? 672? Or just more raw? Like, is it even worth, like, thinking about? Keep leveling my guild quests? You just want me to get another relic greatsword? Unlucky, hello. Good morning. Tigrex? I don't think it's going to be worth grinding Tigrex, though. Somebody said they were looking at Tigrex earlier, and his greatsword isn't even that great. 2 living rooms, 5 3DS, PS5, several 20-pound bags of beans. Those are 25 pounds of beans. I'm pulling up Kiriniko. I just want to see. So it has 130 raw. The Chrome Razor is actually pretty good early in G rank, or early in high rank. 150 raw with 30 poison. Tetsu upgrade's looking pretty good. Gets up to 180 raw. It's not bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not really seeing anything. High rank Tigrex is pretty good, but you got to get to high rank Tigrex. I think we're just going to go Tetsu once we get to high rank. Monoblos is really good, but I don't know how quickly we're going to get a Monoblos show up. Yeah, I don't know that the high rank Tigrex is worth it, though. I mean, at least for me to grind out. I don't think that's going to happen. The upgrade for the Nargacuga greatsword, like the final upgrade in high rank, is very good. But at that point, we're probably just going to go to Seregios anyways. Hermitar is not bad. Hermitar might arguably be better than Tigrex. And I think, isn't that like the first quest we get into the caravan anyways? He does have a little bit of blue and better sharpness in general. And a level 1 slot. Yeah, I'm not grinding out down the dirt. Put that away right now. Yeah, I think we're going to go, because I think Seregios, he takes like a little bit of water, doesn't he? It's not weak to it. He takes a little bit of it. Alright, yeah, alright. So that's what we'll do. We'll do, We'll do Hermitar for the little bit of blue that we get on it. How's my little bean boy doing? Doing great. Don't know how many beans I'm going to get today, though. It's very concerning. Did I not even... I did. But Dalamadur armor? No, guys. This is all monster challenge. It's not like make a full Dalamadur set challenge. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for armor. We're not going to need sharpness +1. We're not going to need sharpness +2. Maybe focus and just attack up large. Maybe high-grade earplugs and focus. Or high-grade earplugs, focus, attack. Have I tried the ice mod yet? Yep. I like some of the changes. I don't like some of the other changes. Star Knight? Does that have high-grade earplugs? It's probably one of my favorite versions of Zinogre in the series. I think I like Portable Thirds better, but this one's pretty good. Everybody makes fun of me when I use Star Knight. Garuga Mask and Kaizu Canless mix? Well, I was kind of thinking about what might work for high rank, but I mean, I don't know. For some reason I thought the slap wouldn't bounce on the tailbone. Oh, this isn't gonna reach, I don't think. It actually did. Oh, Mounting Master makes things a lot easier, forgives a lot more mistakes. Makes mashing through certain easier mounts easier. You don't even have to think about it. Did it actually hit the head? That's lucky. What are we having for Thanksgiving? I know they're making a turkey. I'm not making anything. Grocery store had a sale. I made a ham the other day. That was nice. I don't... You would probably need to use the patch that locked the game at 30 FPS for this to run on a Steam Deck. Which at that point, it's debatable why you wouldn't just play it on a 3DS. Like, I hate to say it. I just don't know how powerful the processor is. It's going to be a very processor-intensive game. Does Steam Deck have Windows support? It's a PC. You can install Windows on it. It's got full install whatever the hell operating system support on it when you get it. Get them, boys. Get them, boys. Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible to run fine. I don't know, maybe this specific emulator I'm using, it's so well optimized, I could see it working. I think it is technically an AMD processor, MHK. It's like an AMD processor that has the graphics built in. I don't want to say like a system on a chip, but it's kind of got that sort of framework, I believe. I did pre-order the cheapest one. Because of the price that they're selling it for, it's like, what the hell? I'll definitely find some use out of it. Yeah, it's $400. Goodbye, Apple. Good night. Talking about the Steam Deck, yeah. Oh, it's going to be fine on Rise. People have already tested it with Monster Hunter World. And I think it could at least get up to 60 with some graphic settings turned down. But Rise is going to be no issue. Rise is like beastly optimized. Yeah, I mean, Rise will run better than World did. Nice. Didn't even get away. And this greatsword is doing work. How much time was that? Less than 9 minutes? We are just cracking through. You could lower the resolution to 3DS levels in 4U and get down to 60 FPS. I mean, maybe. If you didn't have any graphic improvements at all, didn't run reshade, didn't run high-res textures, you could probably get 60. And you could probably run it at 2x or 3x resolution, and it would be okay. I don't know, there's no way to know until we test it, honestly. There's no way to know. A 960 got you to stable 60 FPS. That is crazy. God, that next graphics card upgrade you're going to get, ZMTL, is going to be amazing. Yeah, I already pre-ordered the cheapest version of the Steam Deck. I mean, it's $400. You know, that's cheaper than a next-gen console, and I know there's things I could do with it, so. The most casual gaming I do off-stream now has been on the Switch anyways, so. Like, I've kind of been into it. Having something that you could plug into a TV and then just pull away and play in your hands is really nice. Bougie? I mean, it's not cheap, but like, in this economy, like, what is even $400 anyways? It's like nothing. I don't see how any person could have like a major regret for a Steam Deck at $400. If you got like the super deluxe version, whatever it is, it's like $600 or $700. You can definitely have some buyer's remorse for that. But for like a neat toy, no, it's fine. Do I not have any sap plants? Oh my god. You pre-ordered the mid-tier one? My plan is just to throw a micro SD card in there and expand it that way. Isn't the cheapest Steam Deck only using flash memory? I'm not worried about it. I don't look at it at all as like something that's going to be like a high performance rig, you know? Am I using Valentin? Hell yeah, I am. It's running great. I've been really happy. Not that there'd be a reason to. Would it be possible to stream from the Steam Deck? Well, I mean, I don't see any reason why you couldn't install OBS on it and do a window capture off of it. I mean, it'll support multiple displays. The question is like, you know, is the processor going to be able to handle that? Now, am I? Pretty good. A couple minutes till the afternoon. We are 3 quests away from finishing this run. Well, the low rank part of this run. That's pretty good. That's like 30 minutes faster than I thought I would be, but it's because this greatsword is really putting in work. Now, we were talking about it a little bit earlier in the stream, but my current plan for like computer PC upgrades, like I'm going to wait ideally for the next Ryzen and then ideally for the next NVIDIA release. And then I'll buy that. I'll upgrade then. Because that'll probably line up fairly nicely with whatever the next Monster Hunter release is going to be, which is 2023, 2024. Like the hardware nerds in chat, like how many more months or years are we away from another NVIDIA release in general? Give me your old GPU, please. I mean, I'll probably be using the other computer in another spot in my house. Just wait out the chip shortage? I mean, it's basically infinite demand for chips at this point, so you would assume supply would crank up. What matters is when you can buy it, not when it's released. I don't know. I mean, as long as you're okay with buying a pre-built, and like I very much am, like it never seems that bad. Yeah, there's definitely certain games that you'd be able to run just fine off the Steam Deck from a 2 PC streaming setup. Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh no! I was slowly sliding away. No. Problem with your pre-built is what are you going to do with the rest of your parts? They're going to miss. They already missed. Roll to slap is a nice combo. Kick to slap does have its purposes too. Don't disrespect the kick to slap. Nice. Probably could have gotten an extra level of charge off there. It's starting to hit kind of hard. very much debated just now. Oh no. Why though? That's only your second flash. He shouldn't be that resistant to it. I think it goes down to area 3. Look, I love my, what is it, Ninja Foodie? That thing's amazing. I could, not sponsored, by the way, but that is a very nice little air fryer. That is like the premium deluxe air fryer on the market, in terms of my opinion. There may be one better, but I haven't found it yet. Where is he? Does he go somewhere else to eat sometimes? I mean, they could be pretty nice. I mean, they're essentially just like a tiny convection oven. So if your oven has convection, you really don't need one. But if you don't have a convection oven, or if you're really not cooking a lot of food for a lot of people, or you wouldn't need a convection oven, cheaper and a lot more size efficient. Remember when I was tripped the circuit breaker when I was making tacos in the basement? Yeah, no, that definitely, most definitely happened. Those are the mini Costco tacos. Pretty good, actually. Definitely. It's funny constantly having the contrast of people in Asia going to sleep with people in the West Coast waking up. Blessed time of stream, time of day to be streaming. You have an Instapot air fryer combo? That sounds terrifying. How is that possible without it exploding on you?
What time zone? Directly under my
I got an
nuts.
Instapot, and I
Right
like it
under
for the
my
things I use it for,
nuts
but I
is
don't
where the
find it
time
nearly
zone
as
is.
helpful
Look at it.
as an air fryer. Because, like, the thing's got to get hot first, and then it's got to depressurize. So you just put a different lid on and it's a convection oven? It's still insane. Stream at the North or South Pole, you can hit every time zone at once. And just take streamer performance enhancing drugs for a while. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. This greatsword just really putting in work. I love this thing. It looks cool too. I like the nibble snarf design on it. Crit draw? I don't know if crit draw is as helpful in 4U. Because the strong charge is so good in this game. And the follow-up slash, I think, scales pretty well based on the level of the charge and the strong charge. It's certainly, like, usable. Small ham, turkey breast. That's kind of the way to go. Rather than cooking a whole turkey, cook something that's been cut up a little bit. Such a pain in the ass to cook the whole turkey. Crit draw was the meta? I mean, people might have used it. I don't know that it was necessarily the best for every matchup. I don't know. I'm just theory crafting for an old dead game that nobody cares about. For Rajang, yes, crit draw would be the way to go. Okay, you got me there. Ground turkey is also the way to go. Great. One of my favorite hunts in the run is coming up. Not going status crit draw with your Scylla Greatsword? That sounds pretty delicious as well. Was there a good setup to be able to get wake up strong charges, or was that very difficult to do? I feel like you'd end up slapping the thing. Don't I like Tigrex? I really like Tigrex in this game because he's so insane. He's like the monster. I like him. This is the frenzied one, yeah? I'm pretty sure this is the one I gotta do. Yeah. You can fight Tigrex before this, actually. I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not. You're right, maybe not, because I misremembered. It's Celtis Queen is an option between Zinogre and Rathalos. I forget where he starts. Does he not start there? I thought he started in 8. Now I feel dumb. Where are you? Old senile man. Maybe it's 9. Just a normal Tigrex. So do you guys think that's the vision of Tigrex normally, or do you think that's only the vision of a Tigrex that has, like, the Frenzy virus? Just frenzied, they see red. So, has there ever been an attempt to kill a monster while they're in their frenzy animation? Like, is that possible to deal enough damage to kill something before they even, like, properly stand up? Or do they retain, like, at least some health? Should probably face techniques. They go to 1 HP. That makes sense. Happy Thanksgiving, the best. That hit the head. Perfect. I love this system. I love the virus system so much. Today, thanks for Shepard? Am I that big part of your life, little Bumpy? That's very special. I could die here for sure. Woo! I'd love to get a mount here or something, but I really don't want to go through the effort. No plans for Thanksgiving? I'm going to visit my in-laws. I am making them a charcuterie board. A bunch of meats and cheeses. They are making the turkey. And a bunch of the other sides. I was gonna say, I'm surprised we didn't get a trip. So in terms of getting the Y stones, you have to go through the high-ranked village to really get the, what is it called? The Wyporium? The Wyvern Research Facility? You got to do the village to get all those things, right? I guess he's an 8. Yeah, alright. Guess we're justified in what we're doing then. Just fight the Apexes with no Y stones and Gog with no dragon cannon. Easy. Your second Palico's name is Pink Pal? That's wonderful. What is your first cat's name? Jesus Christ. Greatsword's so good in this game. Why is it so powerful? Why am I so strong? I mean, we have attack up medium and we've got a, I mean, decent relic greatsword. I mean, it's not amazing. 672, that's like 140 raw, I think? Something like that. Should probably know off the top of my head. I think that's 140 raw. Which is, you know, I mean, it's okay for low rank. I mean, it's not bad. But yeah, Greatsword is mega privileged in this game. It's great. Great at mounting. It's good damage. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that consider 4U their favorite game. I mean, it sucks that it's hard to play. But, I mean, what are you going to do? His name is Chonk. Chonk and the Pink Pal. Well, I'm pretty sure the follow-up slash got really nerfed after 4U Enigma. I think even in Generations Ultimate, they really toned down the damage that it did. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of too strong. One thing that feels a little weird in this emulator is that I feel like I only have 8 directional movement. My movement doesn't feel like it's super precise, which I don't know if that's a setting thing that I gotta fix. I'll mess with that later. I mean, it hasn't been like ultra detrimental, but it's like character kind of like snaps into position sometimes. Pretty sure the game isn't designed to work like that. It's like playing a very strict arcade fighter with like one of those gated analog sticks. Metal Vines, hello. Good afternoon. Have a gander at my balls. Are you done with that, honey? Maybe we'll make some mega potions for Shigaru. Just make life a little more comfy. I see Rise is launching at version 3.6.1. I did not, but thank you for telling me. Pretty cool. Is that going to be the Sonic and Tails patch? Latest patch, it's great. I mean, you know, like whatever. I mean, it's God knows if you got to get version 3.6.1 versus version 1.0. Don't launch with 1.0. Just don't do that and you'll be fine. That would cause some problems. Is this an active playthrough? You're doing all monsters retrospectively and an old character. We are doing new characters for the challenge. The only character that we might take a little bit of a boost on, and I still haven't decided yet, is when it's time to do Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I really want to use my all credits playthrough character. He just got through low and high rank village. Because I really don't want to go through low rank Generations Village like ever again. And like my entire life, if I could avoid that, that would be tremendous. You prefer 1.0? Rampage weapons ruin any reason to make other weapons? I mean, mostly true, not entirely true. There's definitely some weapons in Rise that are better than Rampage. But at the same time, you can never go wrong with Rampage. Don't disregard the poll result, suffer. The issue with the poll result is it was so close to 50% that it almost doesn't matter. Was it so bad? Yes. It was bad. You've got like 6 to 7 mandatory gathering quests. How is Nibblesnarf's greatsword fire? This is a relic greatsword that just looks like Nibblesnarf. You didn't watch my all credits, GU? Well, I mean, that's fine. You should watch the high rank stuff. The high rank village stuff is fun. Monster Hunter, not a monster gatherer. I mean, I don't mind gathering quests. In fact, in low numbers, I actually kind of enjoy gathering quests. It's just like when you've got like 6 to 7 in a row and they're not optional, they're all required. It's not. It's not fun. combo this. I always forget. They always get me with like the little energy balls that shoot back at you. Like, if they were egg delivery quests, like, egg delivery quests can actually be, like, a lot of fun. It just doesn't feel like it's respecting your time or your enjoyment of the story. Like, you know, and even then, it's like, if you were to try and, you know, gold clear every quest rank in Generations Ultimate, like, there are so many quests that are like, get 1,000 points! Time for 1,000 points, and you beat those, and it's like, all right, now it's time for the cat quests. Just never stops. Now, I'm not necessarily talking disrespect on cats. Just that I don't know if they're the best content in the game. Yeah, it just feels like something you're forced to do. When will you get more swole than Shigaru? I don't know that you should compare human and monster physiology. That is an unrealistic body standard. I'm just gonna, you should just be the best version of the you that you can be and be happy with that. Don't compare yourself to other people. We all have different genetics. Oh, damn. Wow. Oh, no. Well, I mean, you haven't had to feel any satisfaction for getting potions since Monster Hunter DOS. I mean, the games nowadays almost always at least let you buy herbs early on, if not potions in the Gathering Hall at the very least. Slightly annoying hitbox, but I'll accept it. Walk into that one too. Shigaru, clearly not my most practiced matchup. This is with an armor set with half stun, by the way. Thankfully. I'm going to be a coward, and I'm going to grovel behind the safety rock. It was really possible till try? Yeah, I mean, the Freedom Unite honey gathering wasn't perfect, but you could, from the combiner, buy life powders, and the equivalent of life powders. Is it Parmesano? Hello. I mean, in full, like, full maximum speedrun gear, he's scary. Like, obviously, like, we've got Velocidrome gear, which helps quite a bit, and I upgraded it as well, which also helps quite a bit. Well, I got the trip. Rise doesn't have subspecies at all. It has apex monsters. I think the apexes are pretty well done for the most part. Really well done, actually. Oh, I mean, when I was Ultra Gimp Boy still learning the series, like, I would regularly load up with, like, combines for maximum max potions and stuff like that. I mean, but in Freedom Unite, with, like, a gunner set, like, you pretty much were needing to recover your full health every time anyways. So it didn't feel like cheating too much. I feel like comboing just feels like a little bit more like the way to go at times. Shigaru. It's like I'm missing a lot of my charges. Gonna get another mount here, I think. Maybe one more hit. Guys, please don't screw this up for me. God damn it. Texas? It's actually not the worst thing in the world. He's finally destroyed the safety rock. What? Excuse me? I feel like I barely hit him. Okay, I guess. What? Huh? It's not even that good of an elemental greatsword. I mean, it's got 25 fire. I mean, I guess that's okay. It just hits so hard. I carded, I still got, oh my god, less than 9 minutes. I'm looking at some of my any percent greatsword times right now, and it is not... What is the final upgrade we get? It's the Dragonite upgrade, whatever that is. 110 rock is what we beat the game with normally. Maybe if you get lucky, you get up to 130. Seriously, what is this normal armor sphere? Get out of here. I mean, Elemental definitely gets a pretty significant boost. Such a good cutscene! Oh, I never get tired of them. Excessively F, happy Turkey Day to you. The biggest reason why people don't care about Elemental Greatsword in World, and to some degree in Rise, is because of how powerful the skill crit boost is, which doesn't really scale at all with Element. There are still some situations in Rise, much more so than World, and Iceborne, where you can get like a little bit of Element on there. Like the Kushala Greatsword is actually pretty good. Crit element. I mean, you have your opportunity cost. You know, it's a really big issue. You know, I mean, monsters like Elatrion, you can run Frostcraft, and get the scaling from the element there that will help you get topples a lot better. But yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't so much, I think, Fume always that elemental hit zones were better. It's just that the raw hit zones weren't as high. You know, the funny thing is like, when you discuss it with people, most people agree that they think that, you know, crit element shouldn't, or sort of normal crit boost shouldn't be as good as it is. The design philosophy behind element nowadays seems to be for people that aren't good at hitting weak spots. If you're really bad at hitting weak spots, right? Say you're only ever attacking, like, the back leg. Element works out pretty good. Crit boost is fine, it's just too easy to get affinity. I mean, it's one or the other. I mean, here's the thing, affinity could be a good thing, right? I mean, with crit element, I mean, there are ways to balance the game so that crit element actually works really well with high amounts of crit. It's just that you're already taking a game and a weapon and monster balance that already favors raw and then making it favor raw even more. And yeah, I mean, you can definitely use some element in Iceborne. It's just, you know, if you have the damage numbers right in front of you. And so for most people, if they're looking at the damage number, they want the big number. You think weakness exploit encourages people to hit weak spots? I don't know. I mean, it would be really fun to be able to sit down and discuss with the designers and what their, you know, I mean, what the reasoning is. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say they're wrong. I mean, they're the people that made the damn game. Am I right? Excited for the Rise expansion this summer? Absolutely. Yeah, it's coming much sooner than we would have ever thought, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, with AT Velkhana, there may be some situations where you actually do want to run a Char or some sort of Turath switch greatsword with Frostcraft. Yeah, I mean, you know, we were having this conversation earlier about 4U greatsword versus true charge slash, and it's just like, true charge slash is just so much damage. Like, you almost always want to be going through it all the time. Yep. PC is going to get the expansion the same time that the Switch is. You know, plus or minus maybe, like, you know, time zone releases, or it could be the Nintendo shop is ahead or behind the Steam store. Yeah, I mean, you know, Crit Draw is fun. I mean, I'm fine with them creating, like, higher commitment attacks, but then they've made it so easy to get to true charge slash all the time, it feels kind of inconsequential. You know, my favorite greatsword is probably 4U. Valor greatsword is a lot of fun, but I'm not going to claim that it's balanced. You know, like Valor greatsword is the sort of thing you do on the weekends you don't tell your friends about. Yeah, like, you know, the draw slash feels good, the strong charge feels good, the follow-up slash feels good. You have a reason to use your kick and slap or roll and slap, like that has a reason to use. Dude, just make true charge slash an elemental move. Flip it around so that the jumping wide slash is the raw move, and then make true charge slash like do like 10 times element or something dumb. Something like that. And the issue with jumping wide slash is, like, they say it gets bonus element, but it's still not enough to really matter. I still use that move a lot, though. It's really great for repositioning. Split the motion value of true charge slash into 10 separate hits. I love it. So it hits 10 times? Yes. You actually have a reason to run, like, you know, More handicraft or protective polish on greatsword. Wake up attacks and shambles. You could still do your strong charge. The slash after tackle should deal mega elemental damage. It does actually. It does have a higher elemental modifier. You would just never know. Like, who would know? I guess I knew. Jumping wide slash to 7 times elemental modifier. I mean, it's already, I think, a 3 to 4 times modifier. But yeah, I think that's a reasonable change. I would say you should also nerf true charge slash, but I doubt they did that. If anything, they probably buffed true charge slash. You haven't been able to catch your favorite non-hole showing streamer in a long time. Good stuff. Well, you caught the end of 4U. Oh, caught the end of low rank 4U. A lot of people disrespect doing combo greatsword even when it isn't buffed because, like, any hit you're gonna do is better than an attack that misses, right? No flinch modifier in the first small hit? That's cheating. That's the... We are meant to suffer. Ichihara wants us to suffer. Wowsman, hello. Is this where 4U starts and not in 4? So, when you start 4U, I mean, you still start from the very beginning. But if you had played 4 and beaten 4 and then you bought 4U, this is where you would go next. Am I done with low rank? I mean, we might have to go back and do some stuff, but yeah, I mean, we finished low rank. Guys, just imagine getting naked and being in a hot tub with your best friend who's also a feline or a calico and just chilling. Just hanging out with the buds, drinking some beers. The Splendaddy, I'm sorry. But at the same time, I can definitely say Happy Thanksgiving because you're definitely in the United States of America. Definitely gotta say, if you're gonna replay 4U, consider emulating it because it looks and plays very, very well.
Sorry.
Yep, Dendorma is an Ultimate Edition. Yep. Right? This is the G-Rank Guild Hall. What emulator do I use? I am using VVCTRE. It's like a hipster emulator. It's like the standalone Valentin 3DS emulator he created as a branch off of Citra, like a super branch off of Citra. Just has really good performance. Usually when you go to the armor here, like it turns on the fart engine in Citra. But it runs really well here. That's not how I say Valentin? No, that's actually literally how I say Valentin. What, Valentine? There's no E at the end. No slowdown. Nope. Looking good. I have no idea what actually you upgrade to in early high rank. But I mean, we're fine with what we have for now. All right, but I would like to get started heading over to my in-laws. I've got to do Thanksgiving myself. I love you. I miss you. We're going to hopefully finish High Rank Village tomorrow, I guess. Saturday. More for you. However, we have a little sponsored section. What version is this? Hold on. Sponsored section of Dungeon Fighter Online. That's the version. VVCTRE. If people in the Discord, it's in the... I put it in the sub section of the Discord. It's there. I look for the conversation I was having with Turnip. Why isn't that working? All right, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I love you. Yeah, I'm like hungry too. I need to eat that meat. Goodbye.